And on stage we have two men with a fair degree of European Tour pedigree between them. This man on the hockey right now, Simon Whitlock, a European Tour winner in the past. In Holland a few years ago, won the title there against a man who reached the final in Austria in 2014, Jamie Caven. It's Whitlock who's the seeded player, but Whitlock is perhaps very much in need of a good run in Europe. He's had a torrid time of late, back-to-back defeats at the hands of Arabi John Rodriguez in Innsbruck or Mulheim. Simply never turned up in either of those events. A 6-1 defeat in the latter as well. And Jamie Caven, and a man who could do with a good performance as well, and a good run this weekend. He's had a good run prior to this tournament this year in Europe. And it's very difficult to sort out the wheat from the chaff here and establish which one of these two will go through to meet James Wade in the last 16 tomorrow. Rob Harrington back in the chair for this one. A difficult one to call, Rob.
It is very difficult, Rob, as you said. I mean, Simon Whitlock has not been playing well. He just can't get that extra 1 or 2 leg consistency that he needs. And do you know what the catalyst for me was? 43. Down in Perth when he was 4-1 up to Adrian Lewis and had 2 darts to go 5-1 up. I believe if he'd have carried on and beaten Adi, then I think we'd have seen a different Whitlock as we break off and Jamie Caven kicks him on a 180. And I think we might have seen a different person, but it just put him on the back foot again. But you're right, he needs to find a good result and get back on that ladder that's going upwards, or the escalator that goes upwards and not down. And he's not the easiest of opponent in Jamie Caven as he kicks off 2 maximums on the trot. And Jamie Caven is on a 9-darter.
Well, where did this come from? 8 perfect darts yesterday from Jeffrey Desvan. 6 so far from Jamie Caven. Bumper crowd in here demanding the 9-darter. And well, Caven, nice moment that, just takes a step back, acknowledges he's let them all down, he's let us all down there. 59. But he's in good shape to take the opening leg against the throw as well. Back-to-back 180s against the Whitlock throw, and already the Wizard is up against it here.
Well, we say that maximums do the most damage against the throw.
29.
And, certainly 2 of them have.
29 there from Whitlock as well. Well, this is nicely done from Caven. He's moving around the board fluently, isn't he? 25-17 and tops.
Very tidy 12-dart leg to open up and break the throw. And this is the last thing Simon Whitlock needed to see, was him kick off like 100. That. However, it's only the first leg. Whitlock's been around a long time. He's just got to stay focused. Well, I've had a couple of chats with Simon. He says he's practicing hard, he's playing well. He's starting to play a lot of local tournaments 100. Now, just to get the winning factor back, which I totally agree with. You know, doesn't matter where you win, it's still the confidence of winning is what you need. And what I've got to mention early on, Joey Cullen, what a brilliant performance against Dave Chisnell. Not very often you see a young man take the game to a senior professional as such, like he did.
60.
Well, he outscored him. Brilliant on doubles. It was a real fine performance, and I just hope that Joe can stay focused and confident and take that game to the next level. Of course, James Wade in the previous game. Typical James Wade.
Just a very good James Wade performance, wasn't it? Just a quick word about Cullen as well. What I liked about him yesterday, when he won his first round match, afterwards he was speaking on stage with Elmar Polka. And Elmar Polka asked him about his ambitions for this weekend. He said, you know, is the objective to make it to Sunday? And he said, well, no, I want more than that. And I thought it was a really refreshing attitude. Why settle for second best? Why aim low? Go for it, yeah. And I thought it was a really good response to that particular question.
Well, after that performance against Dave Chisnell, he's now got to take the forward, and his self-belief in his own ability has got to be right up there. He's just got to carry on with that.
Well, it's all flipped around here. Whitlock has a good chance to break here, the Caven throw. The 180s have dried up, the scoring's dried up for Jamie Caven. He's down to 133, but Whitlock here with 61, potential 2 darts from here. Double 18 he wants. Nicely done. There was a break.
Yes, a 14-dart return from Simon Whitlock. Shows a good bit of character from Simon Whitlock, and perhaps shows that he's in a better place than he's been for a little while. Because after that first leg, it's very easy to all of a sudden think, oh, it's happening again, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're 2-0 down. But to return a 14-dart leg, to me, shows a lot of character.
Yeah. Yeah, Chizzy, one of 5 seeded players to exit the tournament today. Justin Pike, Terry Jenkins, Brendan Dolan and Benito van der Pas. It's opening up to some extent the draw. But the top 4 seeds are all still in there.
140.
Michael Van Gogh and Michael Smith and Peter Wright on stage later. James Wade safely through already after that win over Webster.
140.
Well, I know Barney's not a seed coming into this tournament, but last night over 100 average. Again, played very well in beating Brendan Dolan this afternoon, first game on. Perhaps we keep saying it, perhaps the old Barney's coming back, and then all of a sudden he'll have a bad game and it's back to down the ladder again. But hopes are up there for Barney.
Well, Whitlock will have fond memories of this place. He made the semi-finals here in 2014. He lost 6-5 to Mervyn King, who went on to lift the trophy.
140.
And Caven's just lost his way here.
29.
Can't buy a treble at the moment.
You require 70.
Well, if he cleans this up in 2, a pair of 14 dark legs would be. That's what the doctor ordered. Well, 15, but he's going to get at least half a dozen darts from. Well, that's a lovely 15 dart leg with the throw from Simon Whitlock.
Jamie to throw first.
And perhaps the signs of Simon Whitlock coming back to some form. I mean, those last 2 legs, as I said, shows that his mindset is in a better position than it was over the last year, 18 months.
Caven hit just 2 trebles in 4 visits to the board in that third leg, having hit back-to-back 180s in the opener. Winner of this to face James Wade then in the last 16 tomorrow. Michael Smith, 2-time European Tour winner this year, is on stage next against Dean Winstanley. Smith, the champion in Mulheim in September. Didn't win a match though in Innsbruck. And he's another player with a little bit of something to prove as well.
Yeah, Smith at the moment, to me, he just hasn't got a B game. He's got a great A game, and when it doesn't turn up, there's nothing
to fall back on.
There's no getting a result, grinding a result out.
39.
I know he beat Gerwyn Price in the Grand Prix, but very lucky to do so. But it was more Gerwyn Price give it to him. But his A game is exceptional, and I think he's got a great future.
Jamie, you require 40.
Stays focused.
Double 5 then for Caven to level things up.
Jamie Caven. Double X Simon to throw first. Game on.
Caven, one of the players who
137.
accounted for one of the 4 German qualifiers on the opening day. He beat Stefan Stoiker 6-4. And again, he wasn't particularly convincing in that either. Okay, you can only beat what's put in front of you. And he was 3-1 up at one stage. But Stoiker hit back with a 13 darter. Caven edged back up to 4-2 with a good 14 dart leg. But then Stoiker won 2 of the next 3. And Caven at that stage looked to be rocking a little bit. And it was a scrappy double 4 finish that sealed the win 60. In the end. He's playing in his 6th European event of this year. Caven's highlight in Europe this year, a run to the semis in Venray, where he lost 6-4 to Justin Pike.
140.
Well, a good strong leg here from Simon Whitlock. It should see him go 3-2 up.
133. Simon, you require 124.
Caven still not down to a finish. Whitlock 1-2-4 away from a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, he'll go 16s. That leaves double top. Didn't need to go the bullseye route.
Game
Good 12 dart leg from Simon Whitlock.
Sigler Jamie to throw.